22 million vote-by-mail ballots were sent out to registered voters here in California, and tonight the NBC4 team is putting the Postal Service to the test to see just how fast your ballot is moving through the system.
For months now, our investigative reporter Lolita Lopez has been working with NBC stations around the country to monitor mail speeds. Results this time suggest things have actually slowed down.
More than 800 letters sent locally and across the country to states like New York, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. Part of our third unscientific test with NBC-owned stations nationwide to see how first-class mail has been moving through the Postal Service, now that the volume of election mail has multiplied with flyers like these and your vote-by-mail ballots. This time around, 79% of the letters sent by our stations arrived in 1 to 3 days. That's the delivery time the USPS says first-class mail should take to reach its destination. But that's a big drop from the 88% we saw in August and September, though 98% still arrived within 5 days. A drop in efficiency also noted in a new congressional committee report that found on-time delivery of first-class mail nationwide fell 6% between July and October. But postal worker union leaders say there's a special focus on election mail, which is handled differently.
I wouldn't necessarily conflate the what's happening with the mail overall with what's happening to election mail. I think election mail is going to be treated and should be with great priority.
Dave Lewis owns Snailworks, a private company that tracks mail.
There's actually literally a red tag that you put in the trays that says this is political mail. The barcodes are different.
Lewis worked with the I-Team to track more than 24 first-class letters we mailed as part of our latest test. We could see when a letter was postmarked.
So we can click on California.
And when it moved from one location to another. We did spot some problems.
Then we go to Hollywood, and there were 4 pieces that we tracked there, and only 2 pieces we showed delivery for.
This letter mailed from the Santa Clarita post office to an address about 2 miles away was returned. The sticker says, not deliverable as addressed, unable to forward. The recipient has lived in his home for 15 years. The Postal Service investigated and found our letter had stuck to another one in a mail carrier's bag.
Now, I think in this case, it probably was a one-time thing.
But another letter sent across town never arrived. Overall, we found that while first-class mail sent locally took about the same time compared to our last test, letters mailed out of state took an extra day. USPS declined to comment on our test. In California, election workers will count ballots for 17 days after Election Day, as long as they are postmarked on or before November 3rd. And if you don't want to use a blue Postal Service box, you can use one of these official ballot boxes. In most cases, election officials pick up ballots every 24 hours. Or stop at a vote center to drop your ballot or vote in person. There are dozens in local communities, and voters are not tied to any one location. And remember, you can track your ballot and get a text or email to let you know if your ballot has been accepted. For the I-Team, Lolita Lopez, NBC4 News.